Does bomb site have the V1s?
Welcome back to Nerdy Show, the place where we don't just watch chaos unfold, we break it down piece by piece until every hidden detail finally makes sense. I'm your host, Spoiler Master, and today we need to talk about one of the most insane, unsettling, and deeply layered episodes of The Boys so far. Episode 5 doesn't play by the rules. It jumps timelines, shifts perspectives, and throws you into 5 different storylines that feel disconnected at first. But by the time it ends, you realize it's all building towards something much darker. We're talking faith being twisted into propaganda. In this deep dive, we're breaking down Firecracker's shocking fate, the truth behind that pregnancy theory, Sister Sage's terrifying master plan, and what Butcher and the boys are really planning with V1. And trust me, once you connect all these dots, the ending hits very differently. So stick with me, because this episode isn't just chaotic, it's a warning of what's coming next.
I have always loved you for you.
Firecracker's faith and her fatal mistake. Let's start with Firecracker, because her story literally opens and closes the episode, and her ending is the emotional core of everything. What makes her arc so compelling here is that this isn't just political manipulation or propaganda anymore. This is a full-on identity crisis. She's not just promoting Homelander. She's being forced to replace her entire belief system with him. And that's where things start to break. The Democratic Church of America isn't subtle. It's designed to blur the line between patriotism and religion until they become the same thing. Homelander isn't just a hero anymore. He's being positioned as a divine figure. But here's the key detail. Even Homelander thinks they're moving too slowly. He doesn't want to be a prophet. He wants to be God. And Firecracker, she knows that's dangerous. That hesitation is everything. Because while she's outwardly leading this movement, internally she's still holding on to something real. That little Jesus figurine she carries isn't just a prop. It's the last piece of who she used to be. So when she throws it away, that's not just symbolism, that's a decision. She's choosing Homelander over her faith, and the show makes it clear. That choice seals her fate.
See, I just wanted to make sure everything was just right.
The pregnancy theory isn't random. Now let's talk about the biggest question people are asking. Was Firecracker pregnant? The episode never confirms it outright, but it stacks a lot of clues in that direction. Her obsession with nourishing Homelander, her past use of lactation drugs, and especially her relationship with Soldier Boy all point toward that possibility. And then there's that line about feeling like Mother Mary. That's not accidental writing. If she was pregnant, it adds another layer to her death, because it means Homelander didn't just kill someone who loved him. He potentially killed his own future leverage, or worse, something that could have tied him to Soldier Boy in a way he couldn't control. And if Soldier Boy ever finds out, that's not just drama, that's a ticking bomb.
But your jagged little heart is whirring like a hummingbird.
Homelander's decision makes twisted sense. What's terrifying about the ending is that Homelander doesn't kill Firecracker out of pure rage. That would be simple. Instead, it's calculated in his own warped way. When she tells him she loves him, it triggers something deeper. Because in his mind, love has always been manipulation. Every single person who claimed to care about him, Stillwell, Maeve, even Ryan, ended up betraying him in some way. So when Firecracker says she's the only one who's ever loved him, he doesn't hear comfort, he hears a warning. And that's why the kill feels so sudden. It's not about what she did, it's about what she might do. That eagle statue moment, that's not just visual symbolism. It's the show telling you that patriotism, religion, and violence have fully merged into one identity under Homelander. And anyone who doesn't fit perfectly into that identity gets erased.
And how much more exciting it'll be when Homelander becomes immortal.
Sister Sage is playing a completely different game. While all of this is happening, Sister Sage is quietly building something way bigger than anyone else realizes. Her plan isn't just about helping Homelander take control. That's phase 1. Phase 2 is where things get terrifying. She wants it all to collapse. A full-scale war between supes and humans. Total destruction. And she's not even hiding her reasoning anymore. In her mind, humanity isn't worth saving. Supes aren't worth saving either. The whole system is broken. So why not burn it down and watch what happens? That's what makes her the most dangerous person in the show right now, not Homelander, not Soldier Boy, Sage, because she's the only one thinking long-term. And here's the scary part, she might already be winning. If she's the one who orchestrated the disappearance of V1, then she's controlling the most important piece on the board without anyone realizing it.
They are, and I'm better off without them.
The boys are splitting from within. Now flip over to Butcher and the crew, and you've got a completely different kind of tension building, because for the first time in a while, they're not united. The V1 debate is the heart of it. Butcher and MM want it gone, completely destroyed. To them, it's too dangerous to exist, but Huey sees it as a lifeline, a way to protect Starlight and Kimiko when the virus inevitably gets released. And that's the key word, when. Because deep down, everyone knows that's where this is heading. The virus isn't just a weapon anymore, it's an inevitability. And once it's unleashed, there's no going back. What makes Butcher's shift so interesting is that it's not logical, it's emotional. That moment with his brother's trophy, that's not just nostalgia, it's guilt, it's regret. It's the one piece of his humanity that hasn't completely burned away yet. So when he agrees to let Huey use V1 if they find it, that's huge. It's not a full redemption, but it's a crack in the armor.
What happened? I took care of it.
Soldier Boy is changing, and that's a problem. Then there's Soldier Boy, who might be the most unpredictable element in the entire episode. At the start, he's still the same guy. Selfish, brutal, completely disconnected. But something shifts after Homelander spares him. That moment sticks with him more than he wants to admit. And when he's given the chance to kill Homelander later, he doesn't take it. That's not weakness. That's conflict. For the first time, Soldier Boy is actually thinking about what it means to have a son. And even though he'll never say it directly, you can see it in his actions. He's starting to care, which is exactly why he's so dangerous right now. Because a conflicted Soldier Boy isn't predictable anymore. And if he ever finds out about Firecracker, or that she might have been carrying his child, that conflict could turn into something a lot more explosive.
Pussy play. Which is a definite conflict of interest since...
Black Noir's story is tragic for a reason. Now, Noir's storyline might feel smaller compared to everything else, but it's doing something really important. It's showing you what happens to people who try to escape this system. He wants out. He wants recognition. He wants something real. And for a brief moment, it looks like he might actually get it. The theater, the Broadway opportunity, the sense of identity outside the seven. It's all right there. And then the Deep destroys it. Not because he has to, but because he can't stand losing control. That's the pattern this episode keeps repeating. Every time someone tries to step outside the system, someone else pulls them back in, usually violently. And if Noir decides to retaliate, that's another internal conflict waiting to explode.
Rennie and Camino.
The ending sets up a race, but it's more than that. By the time we reach the end of the episode, everything is pointing in one direction, V1. Homelander wants it. The boys need it. Sister Sage is trying to control it, and Bombsight is the key to all of it. But this isn't just a race to find a weapon. It's a race to decide the future of this world. Because whoever controls V1 controls the outcome of the war that's coming. If Homelander gets it, he becomes untouchable. If the boys get it, they have a chance to level the playing field. And if Sage is really pulling the strings, then it might not matter who gets it first.
But Soldier Boy is tricky. I need you to read his mind. What he knows, where they're...
Our nerdy thoughts. Firecracker's death isn't just a shocking moment. It's a warning. It shows exactly what happens when someone tries to survive inside Homelander's world without fully surrendering to it. You either believe completely, or you don't survive. At the same time, every other storyline is building toward the same inevitable conclusion. Trust is gone, alliances are breaking, and every major character is starting to make decisions based on emotion instead of logic. That's how wars start. And that's what Episode 5 is really doing. It's not just moving the plot forward, it's setting the stage for total collapse. Because from here on out, there's no middle ground left.
No, what the heck, I'll laugh anyway.